Hi, it's Jim from Animal Ability and fitness contributor for Wild Warrior Nutrition. Today's video will be full body with shoulder emphasis. Let's go for it. Okay, first off, we're going to have Brielle from Animal Ability Group demonstrating Pogo Hops. These are mainly through the ankles. This conditions your legs, especially lower legs, calves, ankles, all that to ballistic work. And here she's doing a vertical jump, bar grab. You're just vertically jumping and grabbing a bar, so a little bit of coordination involved. Okay, Bulgarian split squats. Back foot is on the bench, top of the foot on the bench usually. Sometimes people put the ball of their foot on there. That's fine also, just don't use it. Try to go straight down and get your knee as close to the floor or even grazing is better. Now how far away you stand from the bench will make a difference in if you feel it more towards the anterior side or the posterior side. But basically, you want to get on here and go full range of motion. Sometimes the positioning is actually limited by your mobility, especially when you're trying to stay upright, because you're going to get that extreme stretch in the front of the hip when you go down. But you're definitely trying to do all the work on the base leg that's pushing on the floor. The other leg's just barely balanced on the bench, no tightrope stuff. And don't look down like she's doing. There. Okay. These are knees over toes, split squats. Your front heel is allowed to lift a little bit. That's permissible. Your main focus is driving the knee way over the toe, trying to get your hamstring to cover your calf and stay as upright as possible. You are trying to push down with the whole of the front foot. So even if your heel comes up, you're trying to drive your whole foot down so that the heel comes into contact with the floor again as soon as possible. She probably should have put her shoes on for this because she's slipping a little bit. The turf gives you a little slippage. Now, the only reason she seems to be rotating at the hip is because of the slippage. Okay, now here's going to start the shoulder emphasis part. She's doing barbell overhead press. Tight butt, tight gut. Legs are screwed out at the hips. So everything's tight. The more tension, the more strength. Okay, going to throw in some close grip pull-ups. She's using a band to assist her. There. She's getting her nose back so she can touch the bar instead of going to one side of it. Okay, to continue with the shoulder emphasis, she's going to do dumbbell seesaw press. Now you can do these one up and down, then the other up and down, or As you get more proficient at it, you can actually do a seesaw where one's coming down as the other one's going up. Takes a little more focus and concentration. This is her first time doing this version here, so letting her go with the easiest. And once again, tight butt, tight gut, legs screwed out. Okay, here's the Lu raise. This is named after a Chinese Olympic lifter. You put your thumb through the hole of the plate. These are bumper plates, just 10 pounds. Palms facing you at the bottom, palms facing away at the top. So you go all the way up. This is a great warm-up for Olympic lifting, and it just really hits all the heads of your shoulders. Ooh, form's breaking down. There, squeezed out another one there. Looks like that left arm's moving a little faster. Okay, here's the 6-way shoulder raise. So you lateral, come together, then go overhead, then down, apart, and down. A lot of stuff going on here, working the whole shoulder joint, all the muscles that connect in there, hitting them from every angle. You can do this standing also. If you do it seated, it's even harder. You're never using real heavy weight on here. That's a feel exercise. Now this is the ISO T to overhead, using bands for resistance. So you keep your arms fairly locked out, and you're going from T to overhead. The bands are trying to pull you forward the whole time. So this is working a lot of the posterior thoracic complex, all the muscles on the back. And here's external rotation rows. Trying to pull back and do a right angle with your arms, pulling your scapula together. I like higher reps on this, like 15. Okay, shoulder emphasis is done. Now we're going to go ahead and hit a little biceps, and we're using the rings here. Just trying to keep your elbows up and in the same position the whole time. And here you are using rings for triceps. Just trying to keep your elbows up above head level. Keep your body stiff. The fulcrum is the elbow joint. Minimal movement in the shoulder joint. Form's getting a little tough here. Okay. This is the planche, pseudo planche lean. So she's actually leaning into her top of her head, grazes the wall, hands are turned out, elbows are locked. Now you can advance this by going on the tops of your feet and then further from the wall. This is to eventually teach you how to do a planche. Okay, now here's a scaled down modified Copenhagen bird dog. The way it's scaled down is she's got her whole leg way over the bench instead of being on the edge here. Still pretty hard, as you can tell. She's struggling with this one. And then she's going to finish and do the other side. A lot of stuff going on here. Contralateral resistance and glutes working. Balance, everything working here.